Hey folks, it's Ash from Being Swenglish, and it's Fact Fredo igen. This is a great collection of interesting facts about Sweden, and every Friday there'll be a new one. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, hit subscribe. Today is an interesting one. When I first moved to Sweden, I was just shocked by the little outhouses that every single apartment block has, with so many recycling bins that you literally can't imagine it. These recycling houses are bigger than some people's apartments, and they have, about 10 bins, I'm not kidding, for every single thing. So it's almost mentally draining when you take your stuff down to be recycled, to the little block, because you have to really think, that goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there, oh, hang on, that goes in there, I have to take that out and put that in there. And yeah, but it's good. And you know what? The great thing is as well, we do all this recycling in the UK, but when you actually look at the packages, only some things can be recycled. And even then, not even the whole thing can be recycled in a lot of cases. If you read the packaging quite carefully, you'll see that it actually says, 20% recyclable or whatever. So I actually don't think that we are very good at recycling in the UK. The other thing that we're very bad at doing in the UK is burying waste, landfill. Look at most of the new housing estates around the UK. They're built on landfill. How could anybody ever think it's a good idea to bury things like nappies deep underground and forget about it and then build houses on top of it? Is that not just weird? Because that stuff, as water seeps through it, it takes out contaminants from whatever crap we've buried, and eventually maybe that's going to come back on us. But Sweden burns it. I love that idea. I mean, I don't like the idea of burning nappies. That must stink. Ugh. But obviously Sweden loves recyclable nappies. But I think the fact that they burn it is great, but they don't just burn it and just, everything goes up in the sky or the smoke, etc. They burn it to produce energy. Isn't that brilliant? So for example, I have a system here, I can never pronounce it. I think it's called Varma, which is basically hot water. And rather than me having a boiler in my house like we do in the UK, you get your hot water in most towns and new estates these days and cities from a central hot water supply. So I don't have a boiler in here. My hot water comes from a pipe underground straight into the house, and your electric company most of the time will bill you for it. And it means that you don't have the worry of a boiler, of servicing a boiler. It's a really clever idea, actually. But the waste that they incinerate produces the heat that heats that water up, the central supply of water. Isn't that clever? I was just reading a fact, because it is Fact Fredo, and only 1% of waste ends up in landfill, with 50% being recycled or composted and 49% incinerated for energy. So they burn 49% of the energy here to produce energy. Now, there's a funny one as well. There's not enough waste in Sweden. They're recycling so much that they don't have enough waste to produce enough energy and enough heat to produce the energy that they need to heat the water and other things. So they actually import waste from Norway. Can you believe that? They actually pay Sweden to take their waste away. So think of Sweden as like a big garbage truck, kind of. That doesn't sound right. But think of Sweden as like your bin men. They head over to Norway every week or whatever, and they say, I'd like to take your rubbish, please. Because they have to sing it, because that's how the Norwegians speak, obviously, a little bit. And they take all of Norway's waste, and they burn it in Sweden, produce energy, and it's incredible. It's a very, very efficient system. So, yeah, Fact Fredo. That's incredible, isn't it? 49% of the waste in Sweden is burnt to produce energy for heating water and for electric as well. It's just fascinating. Anyway, hopefully this was an interesting Fact Fredo. Jag hoppas att det var jätteintressant. Och jag hoppas du ska titta nästa gång för Fact Fredo. Anyway, it is Friday, so it's time to shut down and have a beer. Have a good weekend, folks. Hej då.